Hi superstars! Today we'll be talking about how much can I start palm oil storage business with. Okay, how much capital do I need to start palm oil storage business? Okay, so many people have been reaching out to me that I want to start palm oil storage business. I want to start palm oil business. How much do I need to start? How much capital do I need to start? Okay, so in this video, I'll be answering that question, my superstar. So sit back. If you've been thinking of how much capital you need, how much money you need to start, then go grab a book, a pen, okay, because we are going to dissect. All right, by the end of this video, you should be able to know how much you need to start a palm oil storage business in Nigeria. All right, so let's get started. First, as a beginner starting palm oil storage business or palm oil business in Nigeria, you need to know that palm oil is less expensive in its season of abundance. Okay, so we have that time of the year when palm oil is reduced in price. It's abundant, okay? It reduces in price doesn't necessarily mean that it is cheap, but it is reduced in price. Okay, so at that time of the year, you can buy palm oil at 24,000 naira, 25, 26, 27, 28, depending on your location. Okay, so like this year, some people were able to see good palm oil at 24,000, 25, 26. Okay, in its season of abundance, but it may not necessarily happen that way this year. Okay, you don't expect to see palm oil at 24,000 this year. It will not happen because as far as I know right now, palm oil has reached 60,000 naira, so it can't reduce to that low range. Okay, but there's always that time of the year where palm oil is less expensive. So at that time of the year, that is the best time to buy palm oil. Okay, and there's always that time of the year when the price goes up in its season of scarcity. It goes as high as 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, depending on your location. Okay, my superstars. So as a beginner, when it is in its season of abundance, that's the best time you buy and then you store. Okay, so based on this knowledge now, assuming you buy palm oil at 26,000 naira as a beginner. Okay, so if you're starting with like 10 jerry cans of palm oil, that's 10 jerry cans of 25 liters of palm oil. Okay, and palm oil only is 26,000 naira. So for the 10 jerry cans, that's about 260,000 naira. Okay, so if you're buying jerry cans, like right now, jerry cans is 4,500 naira for 25 liters. So if you're buying like 10, assuming it's still 4,500 naira, that's 45,000 naira. Okay, there's always that time it drops. So assuming it reduces to 4,000 naira, so you could get it at 40,000 for 10 empty jerry cans. So 260,000 times plus 40,000, that is 300,000 naira for palm oil and empty jerry cans for 10 25 liters of palm oil. Okay, so if you now want to estimate cost of logistics for places from, if you're buying from Akwa Ibom state to other states, okay, you have to budget between 2,000 naira to 3,800 naira and sometimes 3,900 naira depending on your location. Okay, so if you're buying 10, you can see that you may need about or plus or minus 400,000 as a beginner for 10 jerry cans. Okay, so let's now do the same estimate for in its season of scarcity. In its season of scarcity, a jerry can of palm oil goes for about 60,000 naira. All right, just oil 60,000 naira. Then empty jerry can, like right now, 4,500. So if you're buying 10 jerry cans of 25 liters, that's 45,000 naira for 10 of it. And if you're buying oil, about 10 at 60,000 naira, that is 600,000 naira. So making it 645,000 naira for 10 jerry cans of palm oil in its season of scarcity. So if you now add cost of logistics plus or minus, it should be about 700,000 naira. Okay. Okay, so as a beginner starting palm oil storage business, apart from getting your palm oil at about the range I mentioned, there are also other materials you need to set up your store. Okay, you need some other things to set up your store, some other preparations around your store, and you could budget like 100,000 naira to do those other tiny things based on the quantity you are starting with. Okay, so all this as a beginner starting palm oil, everything plus or minus could take about 500,000 naira for 10 jerry cans of palm oil when you are starting. But subsequently, all right, and if you have need to get a storage facility, it makes it even higher, except you have a place you're going to store. All right, so plus or minus 500,000 for 10 jerry cans. All right, and in a season of abundance, so okay, don't forget, in a season of abundance, but in a season of scarcity, plus or minus 800,000, okay, depending on the quantity you are storing. Okay, my superstars, so starting a palm oil business in its season of scarcity, you could get it at about 400,000 plus or minus, and in a season of scarcity at 700,000 plus or minus. So you see the difference. As a beginner, starting in its season of scarcity gives you an opportunity to start with low startup capital. While in a season of abundance, in a season of scarcity, if you start in a season of scarcity, you need high startup capital, that's like 700,000. But if you start in a season of abundance, you need low startup capital to start. Okay, based on my analysis. And apart from that, the profit margin is also low if you're starting in season of scarcity. Yes, the profit margin if you're starting in a season of scarcity is very low, while the profit margin if you're starting in a season of abundance is very high. And apart from that, if for most beginners, their startup capital ranges from between 500,000 to 1 million naira. So if you start in a season of scarcity, it gives you an opportunity to buy more. Okay, you're able to buy more and also have enough profits. So based on my analysis, it is best to start palm oil storage business in its season of scarcity, as this will afford you the opportunity to buy more, to buy lesser, and to have more profit. Okay, my superstars, apart from that, you will have good palm oil. Yes, in a season of abundance, we have a lot of freshly milled palm oil, which will help you be able to appease your customers and have lots of new customers. But in a season of scarcity, there's always lots of stored palm oil flying around, lots of mixed palm oil, lots of storage palm oil, lots of palm oil mixed with water, mixed with additives, because people want to add things to their palm oil to increase the quantity and make more money in its season of scarcity. So as a beginner, if you do not know how to know a good palm oil, if you do not know how to run different tests on palm oil, there's every tendency that you could make mistakes and buy the wrong grade of palm oil and run at losses. So you see, my superstars, based on all this, it is always best to start palm oil storage business in its season of abundance as a beginners. There are lots and lots of benefits attached to it, starting palm oil storage business in its season of abundance. Okay, my superstars, all right. So if you're a beginner and you don't know how to run test on palm oil, I had done a video on how to know a good palm oil and unadulterated palm oil. Okay, you can go check out my palm oil playlist. You'll see lots and lots of videos that will help you as a beginner to start palm oil storage business. All right, there are loads and loads of knowledge out there, so go and check it out. Okay, my superstars, all right, you need that knowledge so you'll know how to know a good palm oil and an unadulterated palm oil. All right, and if you want to start palm oil packaging, I have done videos on palm oil packaging. Go and check it out. All right, my superstars. So in the meantime, have you liked this video? Please hit the like button. My superstars, hit the like button. And don't forget to share this video to that friend who wants to start palm oil storage business in Nigeria. Thank you. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified whenever there's a new video. So for people who have been worried about what they need to start, I believe I've answered your question. But if I have not, just leave that question in the comment section. But I believe this should be able to guide you and give you an idea of how much you need to put together before venturing into palm oil storage business in Nigeria. So based on this knowledge, what concerns do you have concerning starting a palm oil storage business? What capital do you have to start? Okay, leave it in the comments section and I'll get right back to you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Till our next video, always and always remember that I love you. Bye, superstar.